Hello
All right.
and welcome to Action Theater Presents. Today's feature, Clear and Present Danger from 1994, starring Harrison Ford, William Dafoe. Uh, who was this one directed by? You want to
This
tell
is
the.
yes, directed by Philip Noyce, who also directed the previous film, Patriot Games, based on a novel by Tom Clancy. Screenplay by Donald E. Stewart, Steven Zalian, and John Milius, with music by James Horner. See, was released August 3rd, 1994, at an estimated budget of $62 million, going on to gross $216 million worldwide. Was nominated for 2 Academy Awards for sound mixing and sound editing, and that's of course before they became one category. The synopsis on IMDb reads as follows. CIA analyst Jack Ryan is drawn into an illegal war fought by the U.S. government against a Colombian drug cartel. Movie is rated PG-13 with an approximate runtime of 2 hours and 21 minutes. And hello in the chat to Alistair's queen, Emma. Good to see you.
Hello, Emma.
I do want to remind everybody the Cosme link should be pinned to the top of both chats. You can follow along with us there, or later on with your own physical copy. I happen to have mine right here, my Blu-ray set of all of the films. So.
Oh, groovy. Okay. Let's you want to follow us over? As much as we'd love to show these here on the YouTubes, we are restricted heavily by copyright law, and it would violate YouTube's copyright policies. So, again, we would like to, but we just can't. So, if you're not here for this live presentation, you'll have to find your own way to watch the film. So if you follow us over there, the screen room now, we'll shall get this film started.
Movie's rated PG-13 for some intense action, violence, and language. Of course, the Paramount Films logo.
It also has a fine performance from the late great James Earl Jones.
Mm-hmm. Returning here is Admiral James Greer. Mm-hmm. Also returning from the previous film, Ann Archer, of course, is Kathy Mueller-Ryan. And some new faces. William Dafoe, on-screen of the John Clark character. And hello in the chat to Connie Cleary.
Hello,
Faithful
Connie.
Blue Room channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube.
And there are Coast Guards pulling over this boat, about to unfold a ghastly murder.
Those cartel members have taken this boat and have killed the people who were on board. This is going to be the catalyst for the rest of the events in the film. Meanwhile, back at Langley, yeah. James is not all right.
And he mentioned the Medellin drug cartel,
Yes, he
which
did.
has ties to um, wow, what's the
At the time, Pablo Escobar.
yeah, Pablo Escobar. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm. President, of course, here played by Donald Moffat, who, of course, you may remember from The Thing as Captain Gary. He was actually British, which was something I didn't know until recently. Hello in the chat to JPRPH1 and FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim. We're in the opening minutes of Clear and Present Danger, which he just said. So, roll credits.
Yeah.
And of course, the home of Ernesto Escobedo, and he is the Pablo Escobar surrogate for the film. And hello to Curtis Selby.
Hey, Curtis. Hope you're well, my friend. I don't know why he's bat practicing with an aluminum bat and not a wooden bat. There's some wooden bats.
Yeah. And as we're going to see later, a wooden bat in the hands of this guy is not something you want to see. That's when you know you're in trouble. And Jack Jr. And of course, Thora Birch returning as Sally. And this is a setup for what ultimately happens in the books. Hmm.
That's good advice for anybody that go into Washington politics. Damn right. Watch your back.
Mhm. Dean Jones, who I'd forgotten was in this movie. He did a lot of Disney movies back in the day, including Absent Minded Professor and Love Bug. Yeah. No.
No, they didn't do their own thing. They might work out of the same building, but definitely not together.
Yeah. Two very different agendas. Meanwhile, and of course, here's Willem Dafoe as John Clark.
So his character is a contractor, like a
Mhm.
private security contractor, but he's claimed to be out of the game. He's very much in it.
Meanwhile, at Dulles, John McClane arrives. Oh, wait. This is not that movie, bruv. Though we got to get to it eventually. Ann Magnuson was in. Yeah, can have that. Mm-hmm. Punch! Awesome. Bygones.
I find it amazing that this guy's an FBI black hat hacker type, and
Yeah,
his computer hardware is so kind of
yeah.
outdated
Very much at the
to
time. Yeah.
today. Yeah,
Like this, they think that this is going to take months, right? He's like,
yeah.
yeah, just a couple of minutes, and he's in. Oh, I'm sure it wasn't Tim. They probably wouldn't have been allowed to shoot there in any case.
I love this scene.
Yeah, this is a great introduction.
Yeah,
Raymond Cruz is Ding Chavez, who's a major character in the books, even though he's only in this one film.
and this actor has played both military men and on the other side of the bar, being the villain with the being a drug lord
Mhm,
himself. Breaking Bad, he was played a drug kingpin.
mhm. But don't Bogart that shit, man. Pass it over. Later.
Boy, he says special ops, and his eyes light up. We have the president wearing a hat saying United States Marine Corps.
Mhm.
Getting into a Marine helicopter, which becomes Marine One when they hold carry the president.
Of course, the joke there being she was pretty much already rich to
Yeah,
begin with. In the books, Kathy comes from a very, very rich family. And there's a whole backstory about that and how Ryan doesn't get along with her dad. And I think they went into it a bit in the series.
here we have a senator uh,
Mm.
really showing her place. Telling the CI guy to well, be quiet and
Ow!
bad choice.
Jupe's there.
Yeah, what's that, Kamala? We don't have any active personnel in any war zone.
Mm.
Uh,
I have the timestamp at 32 minutes and now 50 seconds. You want to remind everyone that if you are watching live, you can follow along with us on Cosme. If you are watching this program later on, you can join in with your own physical copy. Did you have one? As much as we would like to show this movie to you live, we cannot due to YouTube's guidelines about copyright. And we do not want them to send a spec ops team after us. So I'm afraid that Cosme it is.
Well, I've got something special in store for next week. We'll discuss that later.
Of course, it's Cutter and Rudder communicating back and forth with each other, and it's going to play into a scene later.
President, who me? Or you be under the bullseye?
And of course, what Greer is referencing there is the story that takes place in Without Remorse, which was Clark's origin story. And even though written after this, takes place before, obviously. And although Without Remorse has been done as a film, bears very little resemblance to the source material. I've never seen Bethesda Naval Hospital, so I can't really speak to if this is an actual location or not. I'd have to look it up. I have seen Walter Reed, and I was surprised by how small it is. I was expecting a much bigger facility. Oh, here we go.
There goes about $40 million worth of drugs. Bogota, Colombia. That would kind of put me at ease. Let's not have somebody take a shot at you. It's like, does that happen enough often? That president's logic. This is our money. We found it. It's ours. I don't think it's a job. I think it's the politics that surround it. Hello, Admiral Teague. How dare you? Yes.
Boys are getting ambushed here.
Oh, gonna make it snow. It don't snow in Colombia. Yeah.
An elaborate setup he's got, huh? Well, there's no need to whine about it. Mm.
Cafe Lindo. Cafe Lindo. Wait, how do you know that?
Hi, I am this guy, and this is a different guy. Hi, don't mind me. I'm just a random guy with a cell phone. Nothing to see here. Nothing suspicious at all. This Cabin in the Woods prequel is weird. It's not awful. Shut up.
She should have never trusted him.
No.
Here we have a breach in security.
Oh, many.
Stuff's gonna get crazy in a bit here.
Mhm.
They're,
One way this scene diverges from the novel is that Ryan is not there when this happens.
oh yeah, he realized something's about to go down. Something don't smell right in Denmark.
And of course, we can't have an action scene unless the street is soaking wet. Licky. Ow. Well, that went well.
Yeah.
Lost the FBI director, lost the ambassador, lost Murray, lost Moira. So pretty much a good fourth of our cast has pretty much bought the farm there.
Meanwhile, back in Virginia.
Hmm. The actress playing the nurse there, she's been in a lot of TV. This is back at a time where if you shot at Harrison Ford, he would just run around it and not stand there and get run through with a lightsaber. But that's a different film. But we're not discussing right now. He's a president. No, it doesn't sound like his voice. Yeah. To answer the Cosme chat, yes, there are several differences between this film and the book, as I brought up earlier, and we'll be bringing up later in the trivia section. There are characters that survive or die that are different from the novel. So yeah, stay tuned. There's going to be a few more in that area. Patrick Bichot, who you might remember from The Pretender and Kathy Ryan, PI. And CSI Miami is here. As was I. I am back. That was my fault. And boom, there was a man in my house. Wait, wrong movie. Yeah. Fondy Curtis Hall. Yeah, do CIA analyst stuff. And you get yourself a ticket to the monster truck extravaganza being held this weekend at the Carson Fairgrounds. Sorry. Featuring Big Daddy Don Bodine and his truck, the Behemoth. Too late now.
Yep, too late. Everybody dead. Hello, one most McQuaid. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think
Agreed.
deleted scenes and I are agree with you on that one.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm killing the crystalline entity later.
Ted
Ted
Raimi's
Raimi.
brother. Yep,
Yep.
Sam Raimi.
Another returning Patriot Games cast member. And hello to Daniel's Hot Topics. Remind everyone that if you would like to watch the movie live along with us, the Cosme link is at the top of both chats. We are about 1 hour and 20 minutes into the film, so we still got another hour to go. So you have kind of dueling intelligence agents here. Both of them are very good at what they do.
Americans have been there for a while.
Which he suspected, but now he knows for sure.
Yep.
Signed, the asshole you keep missing.
Mm-hmm. And you're completely outnumbered.
Yeah. We're good, but this is ridiculous.
That does at least intimidate you just a little. I'd be very intimidated by that amount. There's only
Well, I mean,
11
yeah,
guys.
if you could call in an airstrike first, but they can't exactly do that. Suddenly, he's much shorter. No.
It must be hot in Colombia. He's sweating. Look at his armpits.
Hmm.
Or it's just nervous meeting a drug intelligence guy.
And you know the funny thing here? He was using the name Landa earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's making the same deal here that Colonel Landa in Inglourious Bastards tries to make. Can't be a coincidence. Yeah. Yep. 30 years old. Don't remind me. I can't tell you that. It's classified. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Daniel says, I was 7 when I saw this movie back in 94. I was 21. In 94. Meanwhile, in the Mission Impossible movie, not far away.
It's too late.
Doesn't matter.
Damn it! Son of a bitch!
Book passwords here. Uh, no, not quite yet, Tim. We're getting there though. Wait, what? You know. Tom! Yeah, I've been there too. My dad's in Arlington. Uh, yeah, thank you, Tim. But I actually have a friend of a friend who takes care of that for me. I do very much appreciate it. Thank you. Ow, ow.
You all right?
Well, then that will qualify him for government work. That would be you. Okay.
You don't have one of these, do you?
No.
No, but damn it, I'm gonna get one.
Which is his polite way of saying we're going to frame you for the whole thing. You were not in the grade. It was Liam Neeson. This whole thing. Yes, but first I'm going to drive you to Clearwater, Florida. Yeah, folks, I just went there. Yeah.
Admiral Greer. Here lies Sith Lord Darth Vader. Oh, oh. getting they're getting screwed. Those special forces. Felt like a Biden move. Oh shit! Did I say that out loud?
I didn't hear a thing. Canadians. Not all of you, just him. All right. Say. Stay on task. I'm sorry.
He's a liar, folks. He's a liar. The pilot lives here.
Marvin,
This can't be the pilot. Would you take a company check?
a company check. Okay. Say no more.
Who's gonna fly it? You? Well, Harrison, you could fly it. You crash better than anyone we know. Yeah, it's his. He bought it.
Connie, what did I say that was funny? So I can go back and say it again later. Just let me know. Very true, Tim. I think they were just being expedient, and it works as a joke. So, and of course, we're back to clumsy. We shouldn't be out in the jungle at all, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. It's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
going to do. I don't have an appointment, but I do have my card.
Don't you know who this guy is? No, who? Paul Hogan. Oh, wait, what?
The gringo has cojones as steel, man. That damn could nap anywhere.
No, no, no. Jones. Dr. Jeez. Okay. Where am I going to stand? Yeah, no shit.
And change. I think he got him convinced. Meanwhile, back at the Cafe Lindo, just imagine if that said Cafe Hondo.
Getting to it.
Oh, here's that baseball bat. Let's see.
Or not. Never mind.
Espinados toast. Uh,
Ow.
We're on the same team, damn it.
Where that guy?
Wrong film. That was, but that was also tragic.
No, you deaf stoned prick! No, no. Good night.
There was no bridge. Get off my chop
Of my
block.
plan. Yeah. By what standard?
Oh, no. It gives me all the pleasure, Mr. President.
Now, you shouldn't have oughtn't have said that.
I don't
Don't
dance.
dance.
Hey, you could go to hell, hell, hell. I like this, don't you?
You shot me in both knees and set me on fire. No, I didn't. Well, you tried to.
Hello, Liata Lilibrian. That's a heck of a name.
Welcome to the show. We're just about at the end of the movie now.
Yeah.
But, we still have the trivia section coming up, so stay tuned.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Clear and present danger. Shall we consult the scrolls?
They will consult the scrolls.
Okay. There were 28 main filming locations. Andrews Air Force Base, where the C-141 unloads the caskets, and Ryan meets Kathy at the DV Lounge. They did film the exterior of the White House and CIA headquarters and the J. Edgar Hoover building. 2039 New Hampshire Avenue in DC, which was Moira's house. 2912 North Street in Washington, which is Cutter's house. 615 South Rossmore Avenue, Hancock Park in Los Angeles, which is the interior of Ryan's house. The Paramount Theater, Paramount Studios Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, the hotel where Jack and Clark meet. Freddie Mac headquarters, 1551 Park Run Drive, McLean, Virginia, which subs for the CIA headquarters lobby. 956 Carrier Court, Great Falls, Virginia. Oh.
Yeah.
You good?
My microphone fell to the ground.
Damn it! How dare it! All right. All right, 956 Carrier Court, Great Falls, Virginia, which is the cabin where Moira meets her demise. Arlington National Cemetery, Arlington, Virginia, for Greer's funeral. La Cascada de Texolo, Zico, Veracruz, Mexico, for the river ravine and the Cascade scene. Fort Huachuca, Arizona. I may have gotten that wrong. John Wayne Airport, 18601 Airport Way, Santa Ana, California, or Ryan meets Clark. The Los Alamitos Naval Reserve Center, Los Alamitos, California. Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico, for the Ambush Street set. Nellis Air Force Base, Quito, Ecuador. United States Coast Guard Station, Los Angeles, Long Beach, San Pedro, Los Angeles, California. Washington, D.C., of course. Jalapa, Veracruz, Mexico. Cuernavaca, Morelos, Mexico, for the street scenes. Santa Clarita, California. La Parisa 3, Barrio de San Miguel. Escobedo's Hacienda and Terrace. Hacienda San Gabriel de las Palmas. Cuernavaca. Escobedo's Hacienda, Garden, Courtyard, and Cellar. Okay. I will promise not to massacre any names. All right. On to the trivia. All right. The U.S. Coast Guard vessel that appears in the opening scenes is the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Tybee Patrol Boat number 1330, WTB 1330. The scene in which the convoy of Suburbans is attacked by the drug cartels, now used as a training video in U.S. government agencies. The footage was also used in an episode of JAG. Excerpts from James Horner's score were taken directly from a piece of music from Aliens and Patriot games, also scored by Horner. It is worth noting that both excerpts reused by Horner are direct lifts from the Adagio of the Guyana Ballet Suite by a guy with a name I'm not even going to dare pronounce, which was also used in 2001. Okay. In the scene at the airport where the president is answering questions about his friend, using Jack Ryan's advice to say that he and his friend were very close, you see a pack of media approaching the president to lead news one, and the one who asks him the question is actually Barbara Harrison, a prominent news anchor in Washington, D.C. at the local NBC affiliate station. The aircraft carrier seen in the middle of the film is the USS Kitty Hawk, CV-63. Ritter has a folder on his computer called Showboat. In the novel on which the film is based, Operation Showboat played an important role. In the novel, the original plan was for 4 separate teams of soldiers to simply report when drug shipment flights took off and they were intercepted and forced to land or shot down by the Air Force. This was Showboat, and referenced in the film when Escovedo complains about losing another plane. Reciprocity, the direct intervention by the soldiers, was only implemented after Jacobs was killed. A large chunk of Ann Archer's part ended up on the cutting room floor. Ernesto Escobedo is based upon real-life drug lord Pablo Escobar, who was the head of the Medellin cartel in the 1980s. Escobar died as the movie went into production. Ryan's line asking Ritter if he played tennis to distract him from the computer showdown was ad-libbed by Harrison Ford. The drug lord mansion destroyed by the missile was a real brick-and-mortar residence in Mexico purchased by the filmmakers from a divorcee who had unpleasant memories of the place. The filmmakers bought the mansion and destroyed it. The divorcee kept land and presumably built a new house after clearing the rubble. A little extreme, but okay. And hello to Lady Mist.
Hello, Lady Mist. You're welcome. My pleasure.
I got the fort's name right. Okay, good. They need to blame that darn cat. Well, they had Dean Jones in the movie, so why not? All right. Yeah, and thank you, Curtis. This was all Bill. It's his show. He picked out the movie this week, so really the thanks for this one goes to him. Okay. Let me see. The assault on the SUVs was filmed in Mexico to recreate what the filmmakers believed looked like a Bogota street. Harrison Ford did his own stunt driving in the final escape. In Tom Clancy's novel, Ryan breaks into Ritter's safe to obtain the damning documents. The filmmakers thought that was too cliched for the film and created the dueling computer scene instead. The lines for the final confrontation between Ryan and President Bennett in the Oval Office were taken from an earlier version of the script after the filmmakers tried the intended version and found it lacked punch. The Oval Office set was originally built for the movie Dave, which I highly recommend if you've never seen it. The film originally received an R rating, but won a PG-13 rating on appeal without making any edits. Interesting. This isn't an R-rated film. I don't know why they maybe the kids getting caught in the explosion might have done it. When discussing the final film, director Philip Noyce admitted he was disappointed In the climactic action sequence, he felt that it should have been bigger and more elaborate than the SUV ambush scenes in the middle of the film. According to the novel, Margaret's last name is Wolf, while in the film it's Wolfson. In the movie, the CIA computer whiz, Petey, cracks the password of the boat victim by joining combinations of birthday numbers with the victim's family. This is a relic in 1994 when the internet was fledgling and most people didn't have email or anything that required a password on their personal computers. By 2000, email and other online accounts had blossomed, and more people were aware that simple passwords weren't a good idea. In 2010, meanwhile, most websites have requirements on password entropy and reject outright such simple passwords as too easy to crack. On a side note, as a member of the CIA, Ritter probably had a crypto card or another device that told him what his password was when he logged in and changed every hour or every minute. There are parallels between this plot with President Bennett and the real-life Watergate scandal with President Richard Nixon. Both hired agents to perform an illegal task, as Clark does here. He took steps to separate themselves from the agent. Both were caught using then modern media. For Nixon, it was hidden tape recordings in his office, and for Bennett, it was a computer file. Once caught, both attempted to claim that the president's authority would overrule the investigation. Ritter's get-out-of-jail-free card is a letter signed by the president, and Nixon attempted not to release the incriminating tape recording, citing executive privilege. The Supreme Court later ruled this void. Both were investigated by Congress directly, and though Bennett's fate is unknown, unless you read the book, Nixon resigned to avoid a certain impeachment and likely conviction. The most poignant parallel between Bennett and Nixon is this. Bennett tells Admiral Cutter the gloves come off, while Nixon once said, this is the time and this is the place to take off the gloves and sock it to him. The film's Laserdisc release was the first to include Dolby Digital sound. The painting behind James Ritter's desk is the USS Gambier Bay, CVE-73, The Final Hour by C.G. Evers. The Gambier Bay is famous for her sinking from gunfire at the Battle of Samar. Mrs. Harden was born February 15th, 1956. The film cast includes 5 Oscar nominees: Harrison Ford, Willem Dafoe, Anne Archer, James Earl Jones, and Hope Lang. The bomb dropped by the F-18 on the cartel mansion is a 500-pound GBU-12 Pave-Way 2 laser-guided bomb, as I believe Tim said earlier in the chat. But first, some football. Are you still there, Bill?
Yeah, I'm getting ready for my next stream.
Okay. So, we should wrap this up. Okay, I'll do a couple more and close it out. Let me see. All right, Willem Dafoe's character, John Clark, was also the hero of the Tom Clancy novel Without Remorse. Savoy Pictures paid an astronomical $2.5 million for the rights and planned for Keanu Reeves to top line, but it failed to materialize. I do know there were a couple of points where let me click that off. Sorry. All right. There were, I know at one point there was going to be a version with Gary Sinise that didn't happen. And then there was one other version after that, but I forgot who they were going to cast. All right. This is the final appearance of James Earl Jones as Admiral James Greer. He is the only actor to have reprised his role in all of the first 3 Jack Ryan films. The only other character appearing in all films is Jack Ryan, played first by Alec Baldwin, then in 2 consecutive films by Harrison Ford. That's actually false because Kathy is also in all 3. It's just that it's a different actress in Red October. It's Dr. Crusher in Red October. She's in 1 scene. Well, 2 scenes. But 1 scene where she has dialogue. And in that version, she's British. Alec Baldwin gave it his best shot as Ryan. Yeah. I get the joke, Tim, but I honestly, I don't like the guy, but he made a good Ryan. All right, let me
And I have an announcement for what we'll be showing next week.
okay.
Next week,
Go ahead.
next week we'll be showing. Next week we'll be showing Something Wicked This Way Comes. It is a Disney classic. It's a forgotten classic from 1983. But I think since we're getting in closer and closer to All Hallows Eve, it's an appropriate film. So, what do you think? Have you seen Something Wicked This Way Comes?
I have, but it has been many years.
Starring Jason Robards.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that guy there.
Jonathan Pryce,
yeah.
As Mr. Dark. Yes.
It's a Ray Bradbury adapted story. Mm-hmm. And it's one of my all-time favorites. It's a forgotten cinema, so we do hope you will turn in for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say my parting words because I gotta start up my OBSN the Ocho sports commentating of the Broncos versus the New Orleans Saints up next. So always be excellent to each other and party on. And back to you, deleted scenes.
All right. So are you going and I finish up, or we're just gonna cut?
No, I could yeah, you can finish up here, yes.
Okay. Because I do want to bring up a couple of really quick things here in the trivia, because they were brought up during chat, and I did say that I was going to go back to this. Now, there are several changes between the film and the original book, and these last few little bits of trivia, I'm going to break down that a little bit. Admiral Cutter does not survive the book. After the rescue, Clark confronts Cutter with evidence of what he did. Cutter then steps in front of a bus, hence self-deleting, and Hello to Mikey Sees 4. And I'm looking forward to that film as well. All right. In the book, Admiral Cutter is one of the villains for his support of the covert war, but Ritter went from an ultimately heroic character who supports Ron's effort to save the soldiers in the book to an all-out villain in the movie. In addition, the book ends with Ryan condemning the president but electing not to expose the covert war. And a later Tom Clancy book reveals that the president deliberately lost the next election as penance for his actions. While the movie ends with Ryan preparing to tell all about the covert actions in front of Congress. Screenwriter John Milius hated this story development because it made Congress look like a 100% noble body rather than a pit of snakes. All right. Myra Wolf, renamed Wolfson for the film, survives the book. Cortez targeted her as she was a widow with children. Cortez actually starts to fall for her and becomes regretful for manipulating her. Following the assassination of the FBI director, Myra finds out Cortez's real identity, goes into a depression, and tries to self-delete using her husband's leftover pain medicine. She's saved, given counseling, and moved into the Department of Agriculture, where she would have no access to classified information. She is later flown down to Guantanamo Bay to watch Cortez return to Cuba, where she then hawks a big one right in his face. And that's how the book ends. All right. Some people joining us late. Hello to Mikey Sue's 4. Hello to Matt and Nui. No worries, Matt and Nui. If you have a copy or have access to a digital copy, you can simply go back and follow along. Congress is a den of snakes, so watch out for snakes. And on that note, all right, Bill has already left. His next stream is going to start any moment now. So if you're an NFL fan, please follow Bill on over to his next stream. I will be back on later tonight at 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central for the weekend update, where you get to find out what I am going to be doing for the next week or so. All right. I want to thank everyone who joined us here in the chat. Tim, Matanui, Daniel, Mikey. Let me scroll through real quick here. Lady Mist, Curtis, Connie, Yaya Ibrahim. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for joining us. DJ Ronnie G. Sorry I missed you earlier. Lone Wolf McQuaid 81. Admiral Teague. Curtis Selby. Alistair's Queen Emma. JPRPH1. And I think that was everybody. I do know we had some people who were lurking during the show. So thank you all for joining us. I also want to say a quick shout out to all of the people who watched Western Cinema Presents last Sunday, where we watched the movie Dead Again in Tombstone. I do know that as of just prior to this broadcast, over 1,300 people watched part or all of that broadcast. So thank you all very much for taking the time out on behalf of Bill and myself for taking the time out to watch that broadcast. And everyone who watches this one, thank you all very much. We appreciate you. We do this show for you. And we're here to bring you good entertainment. And go to both Bill's channel and mine. Hit the like, share out the stream, say hello in the comments. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And hello to Big Al Presents. Bill and I will be joining Al on Friday the 25th at 8:30 for Films with Friends. We are going to be watching The Crawling Eye, a.k.a. the Trollenberg Terror, starring Forrest Tucker. So on behalf of Outlaw Bill, from HQ, our second home office in Arizona, and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe. Because this is how we win.